First thing I want to do is put everyone at ease. I made a solemn vow to Father JP that I would not open with an a cappella version of some song. So you can all rest assured that won't happen. At work this week, some of my friends asked me what I was going to be doing on Father's Day, and I told them that Father Dominic and JP were kind enough to ask me to say a few words here. And they immediately went out and started buying foodstuffs, water, supplies, convinced that the end days were certainly here if I was given free rein at the pulpit. They actually suggested that I wear my thickest rubber-soled shoes, just in case lightning did strike. They wanted to come and witness this today, and I said, certainly, and I gave them directions to the Mormon temple. So I figured that they're all being baptized about right now. It's hard to condense what fatherhood means in just a few moments of time. If I had to pick one thing, it would be that it's taught me the breadth and the depth of the love that God has for us. And here's how. We've all seen those bumper stickers that says God loves you, or heard it on the radio or on billboards. And for me, frankly, sometimes it's hard to get my arms around what that actually means. It sometimes is so overused or is so common and pedestrian that it loses its impact. Now, couple that with the fact that any parent, any father or mother would do anything for their kid. They would step in front of a train, jump into a raging river, or, unfortunately, as we read about this week in Orlando, even go into the water after an alligator. It's just something that is genetically embedded in us that we don't even have to think about this sense of protection and love that we have for our child. We do anything we can to protect them from harm. I think of those incredibly strong protective feelings I have for my son, Nathan, and use that to try and extrapolate to understand the incalculable love that God must have had, these same feelings he must have had for his son, Jesus. Yet God allowed those feelings not to get into the way. He let his son step in front of the train. He let his son be swept away by the river. He allowed his son to be basically turned over to a crowd that wanted to do him great bodily harm. Now, I see Nathan squirming in the pew, and I just want to reassure you that's not going to happen here today, son, so you're safe. But by being a father, I get to experience on the smallest of scales all those feelings and the sense of love that God had for his son, and how difficult it must have been for God to let those feelings go and let history as we know it play out. For me, it humanizes and makes real the sacrifice we have in Jesus, and helps me take the first step in comprehending the level of God as our Father, the love that he has for all of us. So, to all the daughters and sons, thank you for allowing us the privilege of being a father, which to me means learning, making mistakes, getting forgiveness, and being challenged to be the better person that hopefully we all will become. So happy Father's Day.